If you're seeing this today, this is your daily message from Spirit. Immediately seeing the Six of Pentacles and the King of Cups. There's a need for balance here. There's a need for finding some common ground is what I'm seeing. Interesting. And the Star. Six of Cups again. You could be seeing 666 quite a bit. Or feeling like you just need to slow down a little bit, rest a little bit more, pour into yourself. You could be experiencing or receiving a lot of downloads around reconfiguring the way that you make money, reconfiguring how money flows into your life. You could be drawn to, really working on your energy and using your energy to call in money versus using your physical doing aspect. Yeah, Ten of Swords. So this could be brought on by a bit of a life change. We'll say that. And there's the Star again. All right. Let's see. Spirit, what does this collective need to know? Ace of Wands. Yeah. Five of Cups. Eight of Cups. Oh my God. Okay. With the Five and the Eight of Cups, there is a need to walk away from things that are no longer serving you, but also to acknowledge the beautiful blessing of abundance that you already have. That's really important here. The Lovers, the Ace of Cups or Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Right off the bat, I'm seeing that, yes, we need to walk away from things that are no longer serving us and really show appreciation for the abundance that we have, but also learn to observe more than we absorb. And what I mean by that is our emotions can be very transformational, but they can also be overwhelming if we let them. It's important to feel your feelings, but it's also important to allow yourself to be grounded as these emotions wash over you. For someone that's very significant. And I feel like we let our emotions dictate the level of abundance that we receive. And because our emotions are fluctuating, they flow like water, our abundance can really tie in with that. And so it's important that your abundance is tied to your energy and not to your emotions. And so I see that there's a need to integrate the masculine and the feminine in a way that allows the structure that you've created to continuously bring you in abundance, continuously bring you in support, even when, especially as feminines, if I'm speaking to feminines, that, we go through ups and downs. Our cycles cause us to, have more energy at certain parts of the month and less at other parts of the month. So it's really important that you, one, speak to the universe what you need and not just what you are willing to do to get things. At times, I feel like this collective treats their relationship with the universe as very transactional. If I do this, then I should receive X, Y, and Z. You should receive just because you exist. You don't have to do anything in particular to receive. And so that's a bit of something that needs to be unpacked right there. Yeah. Page of Wands. So this is the beginning of an energetic journey for you. And I really feel like in the next couple of weeks, you're going to be facing a lot of, I'm seeing a lot of fiery energy, a lot of not rushing, but things are going to be moving pretty quickly. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. So some manifestations that have been kind of on the back burner are going to be getting I'm seeing a fire lit under their ass. Yeah. The Sun right here. Oh, I dropped a lot. High Priestess, Six of Pentacles, Temperance, and the Devil. Okay. Let's unpack this a little bit. So with the Sun here, I really see there's so much joy. I don't know if you noticed the screen get brighter because the sun just came out as I said that. It's been snowing. It literally just stopped snowing a couple of minutes ago. That's crazy. And I feel tingles on my arms. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, so there's a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance coming your way very quickly. And so right now, this period of time, and I don't want you to feel like you have to do anything. Spirit is going to be hand-holding you through this. Your spiritual team, they're handling all of this. But you're going to be given downloads and little energetic nuggets to help you revamp the way that you make money, revamp the way that abundance flows to you and through you. It should be of ease. And I mentioned this in a previous reading about not needing to feel exhausted to feel worthy of the abundance that you receive. You should never be depleted. Like, you don't, like I said, this is not transactional. This is spirit just providing you what you ask for. And you can ask for a life of ease. You can ask for abundance that's just tied to who you are instead of what you do. That's very significant for somebody. So there's something about like reframing, repackaging. If you're a business owner, find a way to repackage your offer in a way that still provides impact, still provides value, but does not deplete you or does not require you to be constantly on, which is in your masculine. When you're constantly on like one-on-ones, you're in your masculine because you're doing, you're being. There's something important about like making sure you have a way for income to flow to you, like opening a pathway that does not require you to continuously pour into that pathway. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a river that flows towards you instead of you going up the river. Like, you have to paddle up a river, but when you're going down the river, you can just relax and the abundance just flows. So tapping into your intuition and really allowing people, allowing the universe through people, through situations to care for you. It's really important that we exit this idea of like transaction. That's really big. Like, you don't need to constantly be doing, constantly be on in order to receive. You can be resting and receive. You can be angry and receive. You can be happy and receive. You can be sad and still receive. Like, it's not tied to your emotions, not tied to the doing, it's tied to who you are. That is the overall message here. It's tied to who you are. And you coming out of this feeling is gonna be uncomfortable. Not the Ten of Swords and the Tower coming out together. It's gonna be uncomfortable. A lot of systems that you created are gonna fall pretty quickly. And the Death card behind that, that's crazy, guys. That's crazy. Yeah, so there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be like crashing down, but it's really just the structures that you've built from a place where you felt like you had to constantly outpour in order to receive, you know? So this isn't something that you need to be fearful of or like anxious about. Really, Spirit wants you to observe these things happen and just go with the flow. Go with the flow. Do what feels aligned. If what you've been doing no longer feels aligned, all of a sudden, that's okay. You don't have to continue doing something because you've been doing it for so long. It's okay to take a step back and re-look at things. Like, okay, I really like this at first, but now it's getting to the point where like, maybe I'm depleted, maybe I'm exhausted, maybe this is a little too much for me. What can I do to regain my sovereignty and find that balance again? Where I'm abundant, but I'm not exerting myself, exhausting myself in order to receive that abundance. Yeah, Knight of Swords. Let's see. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Hit me right in the face. Ow. Come on, core strength. Yeah, Page of Pentacles. This is the beginning of a new financial venture. So the way that you're making money is going to change. You are the cause of this change, but it's because you're getting more alignment with your energy and understanding your energetic response to certain things. Like, let's say you receive sales in your business, but now when you receive those sales, you feel really tight. Okay. It might not, the way that you're making that money might not feel aligned anymore because you might have to provide something every time you receive money. And so every time you receive money, it's like, oh my God, no, I have to do more work. And like, it can feel like you're being bratty. It can feel like you're not being grateful for the money, but you can call in that same amount of money without having to always be on. So it's really important that we start looking at life through the lens of how can I make an impact without impacting my own energy? How can I pour into others without emptying my own cup? I feel like I'm speaking to business owners. Page of Wands. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, Page of Wands. This is all about your energy, all about your emotional capacity. We have the Eight of Pentacles here. It's time to do some work on the self and how you want to show up in the world. Start thinking more outside of the box, maybe looking at, I'm really seeing the need to pivot, the need to reframe an idea, repackage an idea, maybe creating a container, creating something outside of yourself that can operate without you, that you can water as you feel like it, as you need, instead of having to like, oh, I have to show up this way every single day. I have to do this every single day. I have to, You know, you don't have to constantly be doing XYZ in order to receive XYZ. You can, you know, do ABC instead, you know? And there's the death card again. We've come full circle. So this is a beautiful ending and a beautiful beginning at the same time, because you've learned so much from this part of your life, this, you know, cycle. But that cycle is coming into an end. February 17th is very significant. There's a lot of huge changes happening during that time. So this time until then, depending on when you're reading this or receiving this message, the next couple of weeks are going to be very significant. So follow the sparks. Try to be as clear-minded as possible. Try to be as easy on yourself as possible. It's important not to guilt yourself into any type of action. Confirmation burp. Oh, sorry. It's important not to guilt yourself during this time. It's important to just follow the aligned action. If you don't feel like doing something in that moment, don't do it. Just don't. Wait until it feels aligned. If it never feels aligned, then baby, that might not be for you. Okay? So, I know we all make obligations. We all make like these commitments, but it's okay to try something, realize it doesn't align, and try something else. I feel like this collective in particular, we have this thing where we don't want to be seen by others making an incorrect choice. When there are no incorrect choices, there are choices that teach you things, and it's okay to let go of that teacher when you've already learned the lesson. Okay? Woo! All right, for my subscribers, we are going to dive into the Lenormand. So if you want to tap into that, it's just going to provide more insight, a little bit more of like a here's what we're doing, here's what's coming. Then stay tuned for that. But if this message resonated with you, please let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? Bye.